I'm talking about paying $7 for rural Zimbabwe electricity, especially with the load shedding. So, guys, I need your advice, especially from people who live in Zimbabwe. Oh, sorry, I'm distracted. Something is biting my pumpkin leaves. This is not good. This is not good. So, if this is your first time, my name is Metha Fox. I help people switch from financial stress to financial freedom by sharing income streams, ideas. So, I'm talking about gardening income. But my main topic is it worth it to pay $700 for rural electricity in Zimbabwe? Guys, I need your advice. Like, I'm really serious because I'm on the crossroad. So, I'm looking forward to your advice and recommendations, and then I'll take it from there. But in the meantime, I'm not happy. I'm not happy. You see, these slugs, they're just destroying my pumpkin leaves. Oh no! Yesterday we had a hailstorm. Ah, so I see it was coming from this end here. That's why, look at this. Look at my pumpkin leaves. Ah. Anyway, that's okay. Yesterday, the hail was a lot. Trees were falling. The wind was massive. Anyways, we survived. Okay, so let me just come here and weed, and I'm praying that the mosquitoes won't bite me. Okay, I'm getting my basket. Oh, I'm so disappointed. Hailstorm was bad. So, this is my basket. Okay, let me get my plastic. All right, let the fun begin. Oh, I need to share this to my WhatsApp. All right, so guys, tell me. I know most people are going to watch as a replay, so I will start right away. So, do you recommend paying $700 for electricity installation in rural Zimbabwe? So, these are the reasons why I'm not very keen on it. There's always a lot of load shedding. So, and we have solar at the house. But the solar we have can only do the lights, maybe the TV. But we need uh, a deep freezer. So the deep freezer is for chicken cutlets because we do chicken business. We are planning to. We have the chickens, so we are we my sister bought a deep freezer. That means we can slaughter the key chickens and put it in the deep freezer for food consumption and resell. So I was talking to my sister. I said, wow, we are paying $700 for installation. Oh, mosquito, get away. And what about the load shedding? So let's say for example, we slaughter our chickens, we put them in the deep freezer, and then the load shedding starts. Because I hear the load shedding sometimes can go for days, without electricity. So what happens to the chickens? So that's my whole argument. Because the only reason why I would consider it is if it's gonna help us with the refrigeration of the chickens, the meat, sausages, whatever. So what do we do when there's no electricity for 4 days? Does it mean our chickens are going to get rot and go to waste? Or we will have an alternative? So if we have an electricity alternative, is it not just better to go with the alternative full time? So I want to know, if you're in Zimbabwe, if you are doing poultry where you sell chickens, you slaughter them, you refrigerate them, or even the beef, I want to know, how do you keep your refrigerator going when there's no electricity? Some people are off grid. So if you are off grid and you don't have electricity and you slaughter your animals and you have a deep freezer, how do you keep your refrigeration going without electricity? So I'm looking for all the ideas, because spending $700, when we talk about $700 US in Zimbabwe, we are talking about over $1,000, I think, Canadian. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to your input. If you are off grid doing farming, how do you keep your refrigeration going? All right. And then I wanted to find out, I'm not too sure. So is ZESA the only electricity company that takes care of electricity, or there are other companies? I would assume it's only ZESA, but are there other companies that offer electricity, or is just... Okay. Hi guys. So I am weeding my pumpkin leaves. So I am asking a question. We got quoted $700 US to install electricity in the rural area. So my question is it worth it? Because in Zimbabwe, there's always load shedding. So what happens? You cut your chickens or your meat, whatever it is, goat meat, and then there's no electricity. How do you keep the refrigeration going? For me, my thinking when I'm talking to my sister is, why can't we just stick with the solar? And then, of course, we need more kilowatts if we want to have our refrigeration going 365 365 days a year. So what is the other alternative? Because people, they argue to do refrigeration requires a lot of kilowatts, watts, whatever that thing. So what other means are you using? I know there are people who are off grid, they don't have electricity. So how do you keep? Yeah, so write in the comments. I really need this information, especially to those who have experienced what I'm talking about. Okay. Is the green one? Oh. mosquitoes. Get away from me. Okay, so I'm not gonna keep this video long because for me, my reasoning when I'm talking to my sister is, why can't we just do something without electricity that makes sure that our refrigeration is 24/7, 365 days? Oh, so my question to people who are in Zimbabwe, is it worth it paying $700 for rural electricity? You know, we have solar, but for solar we use it for lights, TV, cell phones, charging, and the kilowatts we have is not enough to carry a refrigeration going. All right, share your experiences, guys. So if this is your first time, my name is Nathan Fox. I help people switch from financial stress to financial freedom by sharing income streams, ideas. My favorite is online, but I like talking about gardening income. You can make good money with gardening. All right. And another business to do in Zimbabwe is if you do sell frozen things, frozen fruits, you can make good money with frozen fruits. So that's why for us it's very important to have a deep freezer, but we need to make sure the deep freezer is running all the time without, even if there's no electricity. The mosquitoes are not too bad, thank God. So today is Saturday. It's in the morning. What time are you? What time is it there? Okay, so if you are just joining, I'm talking about, is it worth it to pay $700 for rural installation of electricity in Zimbabwe? Is it worth it? Oh, it's so nice out here. Ah. So I did a video before because myself, I'm strategizing how to relocate to Zimbabwe comfortably at retirement. So most of my topics I come with, it's about financial freedom. So I always talk about, in Canada, like in the Western world, most people are having a soft life. And moving back to your country can have some challenges. So how do you prepare? That's why financial freedom is really important. And also when you go to Zimbabwe to relocate, don't rely on manual labor like farming. Have a digital business on the side. I cannot stress that enough. Have a digital business on the side. That way, you are guaranteed income all the time without relying on your time investment. So yes, and honestly in Zimbabwe, if you have a refrigerator, like a deep freezer, you can make a lot of money, especially when a crop or a plant is off season. You can freeze it. Well, in Zimbabwe, we are lucky because I think people can grow crops and plants almost year round, I think. Unlike here in Canada, we can only grow stuff like, let's say, maybe May, June, July, August, September, and then things start to shift. So we only have a small window to plant. Most of the time is winter time, so you cannot plant anything unless you have a greenhouse. Those greenhouses, they are so expensive to maintain. So, oh, the hailstorm! Look at what it did to my pumpkins. Well, at least it didn't dig them. So, let me just go further there and do something. Oh, I want to show you something. I want to show you something. Something amazing what I've realized. You see, every summer we have to plant new tomatoes, we have to plant new rape, like everything we have to plant. But there's one plant that always come back every winter. Like it's been years. So it always amazes me. Like I wanna show you something. You see? This is like shallots. We use them to cook, like we substitute for ow. So this is the our onion substitute summertime. So I want to show you something. Okay. I want to show you something. So you see, these are Kevin says they're called chives, I think. But to me they look like shallots, but I don't think they're shallots. But this is my onion substitute. So summertime I actually save money because I don't buy a lot of onions because I use this as onions. But one amazing thing is every plant we have to, annual plants, we have to plant them every year afresh. But this one, I don't know if you can see it properly. This one, these are chives I used to cook. I use them to cook stews. I replace onions. Tastes really good. But what I want to share with you is you see this? Every summer they come back. Every time. After winter they come back. We don't have to plant this every year because they survive the storms, they survive the winters. Yes. I just wanted to share this with you. Anyways, welcome. Thank you so much. So guys, I do a lot of homework because one day, I want to be able to relocate back to Zimbabwe. And then another thing I'm thinking, do I really want to stay there all year round? So it will be nice to be what we call a snowbird, whereby when it's winter here, when it's very cold, many people, like people with money, they go live elsewhere for 6 months and then they come back when winter is done. So that's kind of the lifestyle I want. So I always want to have plan B. I want to make sure, you know, these countries, they are unpredictable. Look what's happening in South Africa. You have the papers, you have everything, but you're being chased away. So I always ask myself, if I were to be chased away from Canada, do I have something tangible back home to fall back on? Yes. So guys, I know we love Canada, we love the diaspora, but things can change. Are you prepared if anything happens? If all of a sudden you are required to go back to your country? Because I thought in South Africa it was only undocumented people who were being harassed. People with documents, with papers, they are being harassed. Hey? So I was like, wow. I only thought undocumented people were being chased away from South Africa. The reason why I'm telling you this is, my friends, always have plan B. You never know what this country is tomorrow, what they will say. So I just wanted to throw in that one. So I do a lot of research because I always think, oh, if Canada doesn't work out in the future, do I have somewhere to go? Somewhere to call your own. All right, so back to my topic. So the topic today is really about paying $700 for electricity installation in the rural areas. Is it worth it? There's load shedding. So if you are in Zimbabwe, you are off grid, you are doing poultry farming, you are killing your animals, or you are doing goats, or what can I say, beef, you are killing animals, you are slaughtering animals, where do you keep them if there's no electricity? So do you recommend somebody just going off grid and use alternative means? And if there are alternative means, what are they? Because with solar, and I'm going to do my research. So if I want to run a refrigerator, like deep freezer, 24/7, 365 days a year, how much kilowatts, what kind of battery would I need? Because my argument with my sister is, if I can pay $700 for electricity, which has no guarantee it always goes, is there any other alternative I can use 100% without relying on electricity? So I think that's my next homework, to do research. How many kilowatts, how many solar panels do you need to run a deep freezer in the rural area 24/7, 365 days? So I look forward to your input, especially for people who are doing animal rearing, slaughtering, and refrigeration. I need your help. Anyways, I have to go. I like my live stream to be less than 25 minutes. So if you're following me for the first time, my name is Maytha Fox. I love helping people switch from financial stress to financial freedom by sharing income streams, ideas. So this week I'm talking about gardening income. You can make money with gardening. So watch my video I did yesterday. I talk about how to make money with your garden. All right, so let me see any comments before, any questions. So I look forward to your comments and your questions after the live stream is what can I say, broadcasted. Usually takes about almost 24 hours for YouTube to show, but it can show if I send the link. So the link is on my WhatsApp, so I can always share that one. Oh, I see somebody liked. Thank you. All right, so I look forward to your advice, to your feedback. I know I follow, what's her name? I think it's V. Yeah, she does this kind of video. So yeah, I'm just looking for ideas like, is it worth it paying $700 for electricity rural in Zimbabwe? Is it not cheaper to just do solar all throughout? All right, so I'm looking forward to your comments and your questions and your feedback. Thank you so much, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.